The Bolshevik Revolution in 1917 is linked to World War One, and the Bolshevik Revolution probably never would have happened without the stress and strain that World War One imposed on a rural, agrarian, economically backward Russian Empire. I mean, the Russian Empire was faced with multiple domestic difficulties during the war that, increased public dissatisfaction with the autocracy. And of course, the autocracy, right, is the absolute monarchy of Tsar Nicholas II. The Russian Empire couldn't pay for the immense cost of World War One except through printing more and more unbacked paper currency, which caused intense inflation. And of course, this inflation increased the misery of the urban working class. And most of the urban industrial workers were women. So female workers in particular were increasingly angry at the Tsar's failure to address these critical shortages and the inflation that was eroding the purchasing power of their limited wages. Plus, Nicholas II made himself the poster boy for Russia's military failure on the Eastern Front. Nicholas II personally made himself commander-in-chief a couple of years into the war against the advice of his ministers. Nicholas II knew nothing about the military sciences, but he thought that his personal presence at the front would mobilize the men to fight harder. But making himself commander-in-chief, of course, made him personally responsible for all the defeats that Russia suffered at the hands of the Germans on the Eastern Front. So that also ate into the Tsar's popularity and legitimacy. With the Bolsheviks, I mean, you have to stress that this is a radical communist party, right? That wants to destroy the existing autocratic order and build a new communist state and economy in the Russian Empire.
Много песен слыхал я в родной стороне, в них про радость и горе все пели, но из песен одна в память врезалась мне. Это песня рабочей рубину.
So why does Trotsky lose out to Stalin? I mean, in some senses, Trotsky was the obvious candidate to succeed Lenin. He was a charismatic theoretician. He was a brilliant theoretician, just like Lenin. He was also a very fiery orator, good at public speaking. And Stalin was none of those things. Stalin was never a real, cutting-edge theoretician of communism. Stalin was never a confident public speaker. But Stalin was a kind of master politician. He was able to build up a kind of political machine inside the Communist Party. What Stalin did was he used his position as the general secretary of the Communist Party to turn the Communist Party basically into his own little political machine, staffing it with his appointees, promoting his people, and systematically isolating and alienating Trotsky and their supporters.